Hello everybody, my name is Jacob from the Dry Paint Pot, and I made a mistake.
What have you done?
Like, it's not the biggest mistake I've ever made, but it's a big enough mistake to where this is video number 2 that I'm recording for the day, and I can't even use my first footage until August 28th? Yeah, August 28th. It's complicated, but I can explain, so stick around. Okay, so here's the juice. Kekapopo TCG over on Instagram was holding a giveaway like 2 weeks ago, and I won. Super excited. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. It's for a dice carrying case, and I don't own one of those. Then again, I don't really own fancy dice yet, but I was so excited. So I was waiting. Came in the mail. Well, backtrack a little bit. They messaged me a couple days after I won the giveaway, and they were like, hey, we're coming out with blank, and would you like to, actually I don't even know if I can say what they asked me, but it's a thing. So they're coming out with this new thing, and they were gonna send it to me, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's so cool. I'd love to be a part of this. So it came in the mail. I was super excited, and I recorded a whole unboxing video and just, you know, opening everything up, showing everything off. And right after I finished recording that video, I checked my inbox over on Instagram, and they got to me and said, hey, make sure you don't tell anyone what we sent you. It's a prototype. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wish I would have known that beforehand, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I just felt bad. I was like, oh shoot, I'm so glad I didn't do a live stream or something like that. And that would have just been awful, because Kekapopo TCG, they're so cool over there. They've been really awesome during this whole time with the whole giveaway situation. They've been so nice, and yeah, and they just make some really cool stuff. By the way, this video is not sponsored by them or anything. I just, I really like what they're doing. It's really cool. So, okay, back to what's going on. So I recorded the whole unboxing. I was super excited. And now I'm like, okay, I can't use any of that footage. So what I'm gonna do today is show off what came in the mail. It's not gonna be my original unboxing video, but I'm saving all of that footage. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that and I'm going to make a video for when their Kickstarter kicks off. And as soon as their Kickstarter starts, I'll throw the video up. You can see my original unboxing, and you can see the thing that they sent me. But until then, I still want to show you what I won in the giveaway, and I can't wait to show you the thing later. So stay tuned. I'll give updates later on, and as soon as they give me the thumbs up to show it off, you will see it, and it is so freaking cool. Without further ado, let's check out the dice case. All right, so let's check out that dice case. So over here is this. Check this thing out. So first impressions, again, this isn't my original first impression because that was done earlier in a video that, again, I can't show just yet, but this thing is pretty heavy duty. The outside is like a thin metal, but it's not too thin. It's not bending. It feels like if I gave it a good drop, it's not gonna dent or anything. And this is not glass. It's actually like a nice heavy duty plastic. So don't have to worry about like that shattering or anything like that. Smart move on their part. Now right here, we have the handle, which I believe is plastic. And the rest of it, like I said, it's just metal. The back has a nice stainless finish. Looks really nice and sharp. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. So we pop it open. Oh, and by the way, it's not that heavy. It's got some weight to it, so it feels like substantial. It's like a good, you know, when something feels like a little heavy and you're like, oh, this feels nice. And then it feels too heavy and you're like, this is just annoying. And if it feels too light, it just feels cheap. it's like right in that sweet spot where it's heavy enough to where it feels like good quality, but it's not too heavy to where you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to carry this thing everywhere I go. So we open it up and check this out. So the point of this thing, at least what I believe it's meant to be for, is like, let's say you're going to play some D&D at your local store, and you're like, okay, I got all these cool dice, I want to show them off, you know, and I just don't want to throw them in my felt bag, Crown Royal bag, whatever, you know, you use to hold your dice. So instead, you throw them in this bad mamma jamma. And when you roll up with this, it's like, you mean business. Like, this is, you're official at that point, you know? It's like a little extra, but it's so cool, especially if you want to just put this on display at your place. So in my original unboxing, I showed the whole thing off, I finished the video, and I was like all set. And it wasn't until after that I started picking, let me see if I can get it in here. I started picking at this phone, which, by the way, really nice, real sturdy. So I started picking at it, thinking like, it's weird to have a clear front and not be able to see your dice. But it felt like it was glued in. So I thought like, oh, I don't want to rip it and, you know, leave like any residue or anything like that. I figured that it was like an optional thing, kind of like the carrying cases that you have that have a little zigzag foam in them. I thought it was like that, and you know, you can cut those out and you can fit bigger models in there. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to cut it out and then not be able to put it back in. But after I was picking at it, I just realized that it comes out nicely, and you have a nice clear front. So this is what it looks like with that out, which looks freaking cool. So cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this back in. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, all filled with dice, and then we're gonna do the big reveal, and you can see how it is. And I can explain, at least in my mind, how I think this will work out if you use it like at your local store. So I've got a bag filled with dice. They're nothing fancy, but they're the dice that I own. And I'm just gonna stand up. We're just gonna start throwing these guys in. You know, we're just gonna roll them on in. So check that out. Everything looks nice. Everything's held in there really well. Now there is a little bit of space, of course. You know, not every die is gonna fit in the same way. This is a lot different than like this turn down, spin down, I think. You know, the big boy. So it's not gonna fit in there the same, but it's enough to where it just holds almost all the different sizes. I mean, it's not gonna hold my giant D20s, but I don't expect anything to really hold these things. They're more for just like, for fun, you know? But that's besides the point. This is the best part. We pop the foam out, and look at that. That is just beautiful. So freaking cool. Let me get the clamps down so I can show this way. Look at that. That is so cool. If anyone rolled up to like a local shop and just brought this bad boy out, I mean, it's just like, it is so, I don't want to say it's extra, because it's like, it's a little extra, but it's not ridiculous, because it's just so cool. And if it wasn't cool, then it would be like, you know, be a little much. But no, this thing is awesome. Now, here's how I think it's used. Now, I might be wrong. I didn't read the whole write-up on it, and I know I should have, but I wanted to be surprised when I won the giveaway. Usually if I win something like that, I'll read too much into things. Then, you know, it's not as exciting when you receive the item. So this is how I think it works, okay? Go to your local shop, gotta transport this thing. First things first, it's pretty quiet. And when you walk with it, I don't know if you can hear, yeah, it's It's pretty silent with all the foam in there. So when you show up, you pop this thing open, okay? Rip out the foam. Everyone gasps, oh my God, it's so cool. You're like, yeah, I know. And then throw this thing open and check this out. This comes out. I didn't know that it did this until after I filmed my original reaction, but this thing comes out really sturdy, has a felt bottom, and inside it's all lined with felt. So what I'm thinking is you throw this thing open and you grab some dice, if I can just get them out of here, and you can use it and just roll right inside of there. I mean, it's a nice hard bottom. It's not obnoxiously loud or anything because it is lined. And then when you're all done, let's say you're all set for the night or you want to take a break, if you just pop this in here and then close this, look at that. You're all set. And I wouldn't suggest carrying it like this because if you do, yeah, that happens. But the cool thing is, if you give it a little shake, everything either shares a spot or finds its own. So not a big deal, but I think it's more for just, you know, putting it on display. You know, I haven't tested this yet, but let me try to, once I get these all in, let me try to just put this thing upright and see if you can display it like on your wall, you know, like on like a little shelf or something, and not have these all fall. So I'm going to, you're looking over here. All right, we're just gonna give this a shot. So I'm just gonna try to stand it upright. Yep, it stands and everything looks good. So if you have really nice dice or you have really big dice that fit snug in there, this thing is gonna look really nice on display. And then when you're ready to actually take it somewhere and transport it, you just bust out this foam and you are all set. So yeah, I am so excited to have this. I'm so excited to use it. I don't even know what to say. So thank you so much to everyone at Kakapopo TCG. You guys are awesome. This is awesome. I can't wait to see what you guys make in the future. And for those of you who are just watching, I don't know if you've seen their stuff, but they make really cool like dice cases and deck boxes and all sorts of like tabletop accessories. So be sure to check them out. Like I said, it's really awesome. And if you have a couple bucks to spare, pick up one of these things. Like this is, I'm telling you, it's just so neat. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. And as always, wash your brushes, clean your paint pots, and keep on painting. Ooh.